personally love to have. What a wonderful way to be able to shop for the cooler weather that's going to be ahead of us. These are our officially licensed NFL team color boots with crystal logos on the side. So Anthony, you're holding up the Eagles there.
How about that?
Isn't that awesome? Oh, is that Falcons? I can't see from here.
That's
Eagles.
the Eagles, yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Beautiful looking boot here. This is brought to us by the beautiful twins, the Couche twins, Christine and Kathleen. They have come up with this beautiful line, and this has really been stunning. One of our top sellers. When you're talking about comfort, feel, look, these are really the stunner kind of boots that you're looking for, and all this is just beautiful. It looks very high end, but this is actually faux suede all the way around, so it's easily cleaned.
Nice.
You can use it, they're very usable. And then the inside, that's all faux fur. So again, it feels as soft as bunny skin, but again, all the way through to the toe, you get that faux fur, and on the bottom, you get that full rubber tread on the bottom as well. So these are usable. You know, wear these around. These aren't
just for the house.
Yeah, these aren't just for the house. These are actually, you know, everyday activities. Just a really beautiful line, and of course, we can't miss talk about the rhinestones here and the bling on the front.
Every
Is that
girl
nice?
loves a little bit of that.
That's a team logo, and then the back, of course.
So here's what you need to know about sizing. We offer these in whole sizes only, and we're recommending that you order a half size up, which is a little unusual of a description because if they only come in whole sizes, so I would say go up a size.
Right.
That's how I would interpret it. So for example, I'm usually a 7.5, go with an 8.
Yep.
All right, that's what you would do. And by the way, you've got sizes 6 through 11, and you've got your choice of teams. So a lot of ladies, especially the fashionistas, there's a brand of boots out there. I can't name it because we don't sell it here, but it's 3 letters, and the first letter starts with a U.
Yeah.
And a lot of ladies love that brand. This puts you in the mindset
Very
of that.
comparable. Very comparable, absolutely.
In style and look, a fraction of the cost.
Absolutely.
But I think in this way, it's more personalized because it says something about you as you sport your choice of teams, right?
You're right, yeah, and it's always great that we have these select boots for the ladies as well. I mean, the fact that they get something as special as this, really impossible to find something like this. If you wanted to get a boot like this, again, you're looking at just a solid color and a different company.
Yeah,
now you
right.
get to kind of accentuate your favorite team. You see how that nice bling on the front there. Of course, the back, that's a stitched on embroidery in the back as well. So that's the team logo. And just the subtle details, the lining going around the boot as well. Again, this is faux suede, so this can be wiped right off, you know, very easy to clean, and just a very warm, comfortable shoe.
Yeah, you're gonna be so cute if you're going tailgating or as you're doing your shopping or even doing your traveling, just going to the movies. 80% of the reviews are a perfect 5-star. They're customer pick on our website. I do know, I was looking at a little bit of the news, and I do know that colder weather is supposed to hit most of the country by next week. I think even in Florida, in the Panhandle and Tallahassee, it's gonna get in the 20s, which is super cold for us, right?
I would say,
we're bringing out our serious winter stuff for that. I know in some parts of the country already, I think in Colorado, where they've already had like
6 feet of snow, I heard. Yeah, I saw
right?
that.
But here's an opportunity for you to be able to not only get something for yourself, but it's full holiday season now. We are just a few short weeks away from Christmas. So if you're planning on shopping for the holidays, don't forget, shop with confidence. We have our holiday extended return policy. So even if you get these at home and let's say you give them to your daughter-in-law or to your niece, if they don't fit, not an issue. Or if you find something else, not a challenge, because we give you a full refund as long as you have the merchandise back to us by the end of January. I love that this is different and unique for you, and again, it feels personal.
Really does, yeah. Again, anytime you can shout your favorite team, the entire boot obviously comes in the primary color of your team. This is a really good one here, the Denver Broncos, because you see that bright orange.
That's great.
And the rhinestones, of course, on there, embedded into the actual logo on the front of the shoe. Again, it's completely lined on the inside with faux fur. That's faux fur, so again, animal safe. It's nothing in here is animals, so which is really nice. But again, all the way through to the toe, so you get that warm feeling all the way through throughout. And of course, like we said, the tread on the bottom, this is an everyday use shoe, whether it's raining out, snowing out, whatever the day may bring, or it's just a beautiful sunny day and you just want to look good with your favorite team, you can rock these boots.
Leggings, your skinny jeans, even a cute longer skirt. You're gonna look adorable, by the way. 7¼ inches high. 14-inch leg opening, so they're nice and wide. And again, you can see all of the warmth and all of the coziness in the inside. On that note, choose the team of your choice. Take advantage of the flex pay of $17.50. Enjoy our holiday return policy. But coming up, we're gonna be talking about the throws. And so, easy gift to give because you